Why should we work? Because even if you don't want to work, it is the nature of the mind to act. When you are deeply sleeping, you are not doing anything, but in your body hundreds of things are going on. Food is being digested, oxygen is being taken in, carbon dioxide left. We are not doing anything. We have this great illusion that we are doing many things. But the most important part that helps the survival of the body is not done by us. Do we circulate the blood? Do we do it? Do we say breathe and therefore we breathe, or it's happening? Yeah, in pranayama, yes, but otherwise. Do we digest the food and then let it out as waste? Are we really? No. Chemicals in the body are working. What can you do except put the food in your mouth and chew it maybe, if your muscles are okay. After that what happens? Even if it has to go down into the abdomen, the peristaltic process has to take place. There are people who have lost that, and therefore they have to be fed with a tube. So if you look carefully, you will realize that when I say I am working, it's not me working, but that spark of the divine sitting inside. Now, if that is working 24 hours, isn't it fair for us in our physical activities in this world to work even for 5 hours? It's so unfair. If I am not doing anything, I am not going to do anything, let me just lie down and everything should be put into my mouth. In fact, we were just doing the Yoga Vasishta the other day in Madanapalli. It so happened that I was there after a long time for 5 days. And I said, 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening, we'll do yoga. How many people were there? 6. Beautiful. So one of the things that Vyasa says, Vasishta says to Rama in the Yoga Vasishta, is don't keep blaming fate, Rama. It's your self-effort that is going to bring about a result. And if you see something happening in your life which you think is because of fate, it's because of self-effort in a past birth that you will enjoy this now. So if you do it now, you will enjoy it. In fact, Vyasa goes a little harsh and says, people who say, oh, everything is my fate are donkeys. So, we cannot help working. So do good work. Okay. Don't think about failure or success. Put your mind to it. Do some kind of a practice every day so that your mind becomes calm and quiet and tranquil. Realize the fact that when the mind is calm and quiet and tranquil, you are not powerless. On the other hand, you are full of power and energy. And then in that state you can tap the essence of the Supreme Reality which resides in your heart as an antarya. Even if you experience a bit of that, you will never again hate anybody or try to cause harm to anybody, because if the other person doesn't know, you still see the spark. So, right now, there are so many people here, in everyone there is a spark. So when I am talking to you, my attitude is I am performing the worship of several gods who are sitting in the hearts of all. I don't feel so important about it, because you are all there. You are not ordinary. First think of that. I am not ordinary. I am much more than this body and mind. I am a part of the Supreme. If this thought goes on in mind, not only do we grow, we also bow down to others, because you see that in the other hearts too. We are all walking temples of God. And the temples are fixed, these are walking. So then you see entire humanity is one whole. WHO whole, okay? Not HOAD. So this is the basic teaching. So, having said this, instead of going on talking again and again, things are quite simple. If you go on rambling and rambling about these things and quotations, I know I can easily get some quotations, that's not a problem. But what will happen is after 5 minutes it's okay, then in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, many of us will be in Sushupti. You know what is Sushupti? Vedantic language, deep sleep, which is distinguished from Turiya or Samadhi as separate. So I am going to now rest my case in court. And it's up to you if you need to ask anything. Only thing, don't ask for shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. It's man's desire to have shortcuts that ends always in trouble. Now, there is one shortcut, most difficult cut, which is to cut the ego into two. Not easy. In fact, it is that thing called ego. Everybody has an ego. If somebody says, I have no ego at all, don't believe. Can't be. Everybody has. Question of a good ego or a bad ego, but everybody has an ego. It's that ego which says, oh, I did everything, I can do it. This is the major factor that takes us towards death. If you don't have that, even death cannot take you. I can tell you a small story about this, but I've repeated it many times, so some people might. It's a story, okay? Don't tell me, can this happen? Story. Can Harry Potter happen? How many people read it? It's a story, but it means something. After this, I'll stop. There was a great expert artist, or not artist, sculptor. You know who's a sculptor? One who makes figures, sculptures. So, one day he was summoned to a temple to make an image, idol. He went there, and the priest looked at him carefully and said, you know what, I think in 3 months you are going to die. I said, 3 months I am going to die. So if you just say 3 months I am going to die, what does it mean? You are the priest of the temple, so you must be having some highway with God or something. So can you tell me how to escape from it? What is the point of saying you are going to die in 3 months? I'll ask for a solution. So the priest said, I can give you a solution. What is that? He said, you're such an expert sculptor, right? So I'll give you the exact muhurta, the exact time when Yamadutas are going to come and take your soul. You know, in ancient, this Puranas, this Yamadutas come on a buffalo. The great Arya Samajist Dayananda Saraswati said in Satyartha Prakash that if, I'm not an Arya Samaj, poor people who live in small houses with small doors, they need not fear this Yama, because he comes on a huge buffalo which can't enter your house. You're free. So anyway, so this guy said, Huh? I know the exact moment, so I'll tell you the exact moment. So, what you should do is, since you're such a great expert, sculptor, go now, there are 3 months left. Make 2 or 3 duplicates of yours. Okay? Exact. And then when the time comes, you go and stand in the middle. So there will be 4, you plus the 3. And you are such a great sculptor that this Yamadutas, they are a little weak in the head. They come on buffaloes and so on. So they won't be able to figure out which is duplicate and which is original. So they'll probably go back. And once the time is passed, they can't take them. We said, okay. So he set to work in the workshop and he made 2 or 3 duplicates. And exactly when the time came, he went and stood in the middle. Just as the statues were, he also stood. The Yamadutas came, in complete confusion. They couldn't make out which is original and which is duplicate. They waited for some time. No chance. So they went back. Because when the time is over, you can't. They went and reported to boss, Yamdev. Sir, we went, but we couldn't get anybody. Because why? Oh, this fellow had made some duplicates and they looked so near, we didn't know what to do, so we came back. So Yamdev said, not to worry. Another 3 months, he's going to go again, he's going to die. His time is coming. So you go. But before you go, I'll give you a secret mantra, I'll whisper it into your ears, then you go. I said, okay. So the priest again told him, 3 months later you're going. So he went, did the same thing, made the duplicates, stood in the middle. Yamadutas were ready to go. They went to Yamas, he said, what is the solution? He'll do the same technique. Yamadeva said, he whispered something to him, the mantra. So they came and they stood in front of the 4 images and they said, ah, what a beautiful sculpture this is. My God, how does this guy do this? You know, if you touch the skin, it's like real skin. The eyes look like the real. The hair is like real human hair. You can almost feel the breath if you put your hand near the nose. So for about 2 minutes, he kept quiet. Then he couldn't control it. He said, you know how I made it? Then he said, this is the guy, come. Let's go. So it is the eye that allowed death to take him away. So that eye, if one can handle, then one will learn how to settle the mind, how to make it quiet. And when the mind becomes tranquil, then we have access to tremendous amounts of energy. But by then the mind is so purified, I don't think it can be used for any negative purpose. That's the safety valve. Till the purity of mind is reached, it's not given. Then some little bit here and there maybe, but so at least we should start with this belief that perhaps this is possible. To say that perhaps this is possible is called belief. And then work towards it. In the end, if you don't find it, you're free to discard.